This episode of Total Drama Reviews contains clips from Total Drama Action. I do not own Total Drama Action. All rights go to FreshTV. Remember to be civil and do not be me in the comments. Seriously, it can get really messed up. Carpe diem, my name is Ultranatic, and this is Total Drama Reviews. This is where I, as a lover of Oh, I forgot about this change in the schedule. Yeah, it's time to finally go over the apparently highly acclaimed Celebrity Manhunt Total Drama Action Reunion Special. Yeah, this is our next Total Drama finale with the entire cast reunited. But unlike last time where it was another huge competition, here it's more of a Where Are They Now segment being presented by our new host, Josh and Mildred, Blainley, followed by an award show that the characters take part in. I suppose coming off the heels of a movie-themed season, that'd be pretty clever, but I'm sorry, I know a lot of people like this special, but I don't think it holds up very well. Not that nothing good is in it, but it did not deserve the hour-long time slot. Because kind of like the majority of the other final TDA episodes, about half of this episode is unfunny, unnecessary filler. And yet, to an even worse degree than most of those other episodes. But how did I come to that conclusion when this episode apparently has a lot of positive reception? Well, let's find out. This is Celebrity Manhunt's Total Drama Action Reunion Special. Okay, before we dive into the plot, I should probably clarify why I don't like this episode. Well, aside from it being presented by TMZ Light, a show which we've been given no introduction to until now, it's what the idea for the story actually is. You know the plot to Ghostbusters 2? How our heroic protagonists suddenly have all their success retconned for no other reason than the plot demands it? Well, let's use that story. No, really. A good chunk of the episodes covering what happened to the characters after the show still being seen as reality TV icons, and then not being regarded as that during the award ceremony they were going to attend for reasons we are never given.
Famous people only. And as of about 5 seconds ago, that excludes you.
It's just the ugly, brutal side of Hollywood, or the Canadian equivalent of that, at their worst and most derivative. We've seen this shit before, and it's never any fun to watch. Not just because it's basically a downer, but for a comedy show where a lot of intense drama is going on, it doesn't even fit the tone. There's no way something like this could be made good. Wait, that's not necessarily true. I can think of a few plots similar to this that I do think kind of work. Rocky 2 has a story like that which works. The 2011 Muppet movie has a plot like that which works. Heck, even the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie, pure coincidence I swear, has a plot like that which I think is pretty solid. People losing popularity for reasons which make sense. For Rocky 2, it's because his success was largely seen as a fluke, and the other two properties have been out of popularity for so long that this low point for them fit their timeline. Total Drama, on the other hand, has had 2 successful seasons, was getting renewed for a 3rd, and between this special and the last episode, only 4 months had passed. So none of this works for the story being given. But I could probably overlook that if the vignettes they show were very funny. Most of them are not. Heck, some of them don't even make sense. Don't believe me? Let's see the first segment of Lindsay and Beth being arrested in Paris for damaging the Mona Lisa.
Oops. Does anyone have any spare paint handy? Did anyone see my other earring? It's a gold hoop with a little horse chime. Lindsay, they don't speak English? I lost my earring! It's a hoop with a horse?
Okay, ignoring that it's always cringeworthy to see North Americans talk to foreigners like that, it's the freaking Mona Lisa! A 16th century painting. The paint has dried. How the hell did it get smudged like that and with so little security around? What next? Someone stealing the Declaration of Independence? Oh wait, someone did do that.
Oh my god, you did not!
Dang, who put Cyborg in charge of security? What else do we get? Harold earned a temporary burrito gut for beatboxing, Eva pulling a bus with a rope.
Dude, no one said you had to use your teeth.
And a fitness commercial starring the most athletic total drama player ever.
That feels awesome!
Still more athletic than Tyler, might I interest you in some anchor arms? Next we see DJ and his mama with their own cooking show. Well, good, that makes sense as DJ's next step. He's got a bright future ahead of him in the culinary industry.
Chock full of carbs, cholesterol, and calories. Their food was to die for.
Only problem was people did.
I'm sorry, what?
DJ, what were you thinking? We tracked down Mama to answer a few questions.
His food was so unhealthy it actually killed people and led to him being sued to the point of him and his mama now living out of a bus? Oh yeah, I buy that. Next Rarity's fashion line will go out of business because she used glue in her fabric. What universe are you all living in? Next we see Ezekiel failing as a gangsta and having a bull fall in love with him. Skip it. And an online feud between Gwen and Heather. Good, finally some freaking decent drama.
Today I want to talk about going green. Basically, the world is going to die if we don't do something about it.
Katie, remember when we went green?
Guys.
Oh my gosh, Sadie. When you helped paint my bedroom green and we got into that paint fight?
And you lost me. Wow. My God. Between Gwen talking about saving the environment and Katie and Sadie existing, I don't know which part of this clip I hate more.
And just because we got into one little paint fight doesn't mean we're not BFFs.
I don't even get it. Gwen mentions that LaShawna bailed on her for this video, but what? Did Gwen seriously have no other backup aside from the Khaki Barn rejects here?
Guys, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up!
I know.
And Gwen just summed up my thoughts on these two with perfect delivery. Oh, but Heather then gives a rebuttal. Good. That ought to be funny.
This is the Loser Gwen show, where everything always sucks and the world is terrible.
Like, oh my gosh! No singing? That is so sad, don't you think, Sadie?
I know! It's totally like, oh my gosh!
Oh no. It's just like what Todd in the Shadow said about that one Weird Al parody.
Weird Al once parodied The Right Stuff by New Kids on the Block. Now a lot of people really like that parody. I hate it, because it still sounds like The Right Stuff by New Kids on the Block, one of the worst songs ever written.
Yeah, exactly. As much as Gwen's video deserves to be mocked, the way she's mocking it is just as annoying as the original, so I hate watching that too. And are you beginning to notice a pattern here? I'm only speaking for myself, obviously, but I think these individual segments are awful. Depending on the contestant, they are either completely out of character, completely over character, or just plain not funny despite these setups seeming like pure gold. I feel like we're seeing these characters in the worst light possible. And yes, I get it, reality shows do that. But not only is this not on the official show, but even if it was, it seems incredibly disrespectful. I feel like I'm watching the YouTube poop versions of these characters, not the actual characters. Until we get to this point. Now, I still overall don't like the special. The first third instantly left the taste of cat ass in my mouth. But at least from here, we begin getting some genuinely entertaining moments from these characters. We wanted a good feud between Gwen and Heather, and after Heather's parody, Gwen continues that feud by dishing some major dirt on Heather.
The most famous girl at White Pines High was turned down by every guy in school. And what did she do? Crash the party in a blaze of defiance? Stage her own protest semi-formal? Nope. Heather stayed at home and made out with her cat, Bruiser.
Man, this is making the ant farm incident look merciful. And funny I mentioned cat ass earlier because...
Did you know where Bruiser's tongue has been, Heather? Ew!
Hey, occasionally this show can have a gross moment and be funny, and this is one of them. After Gwen and Heather fell to bury the hatchet, shoot, I had money on that. We see Chris and Chef arrive at the red carpet.
Next, we have the rags to riches to rags story of the Drama Brothers, the total drama band that rocketed up and down the charts with their hit, When I Cry.
When I cry, my eyes wet. I swear it wasn't guy sweat.
Wow, every single part of that clip is wrong. Sure, why not? Time for another CLR, aka Criticism Lightning Round. First, that might just be a short vocal sample and a joke for one at that, but why has every musical moment on this show been just the absolute worst so far? All in due time, I'm not referring to that now. Second, why the hell are these guys in a boy band? I mean, why not go down the line? Cody and Trent, I guess, have an okay relationship, but Justin got Trent voted off and backstabbed Harold. Harold has barely talked with either of the other two. Cody has barely talked with either of those two, and only 3 of these guys have displayed any interest in music, and even then, not the best examples of it. So why the heck did this even happen? What boy bands were even popular in 2009? Well, that explains the brightest part. Also, total drama, you were distributed to Cartoon Network. Stay in your GD lane. Next we get Dunkney, who we discover actually stuck it out, despite hitting a few speed bumps at the end of Total Drama Action. Nah, just kidding, they fight more than Jonathan and Victoria.
Dunkney was the Total Drama power couple.
But it didn't take long before Courtney's my way or the highway attitude started to get on Duncan's last nerve.
Really? Who would have guessed after all this time? Seriously, of all the storylines to keep in character, this was the one they picked?
I have nothing to say about that guy, except that he's a complete thug, and I wish I'd never met him.
No comment.
I will say this, in those photos of them having dinner, it's kind of refreshing seeing the woman in the showman's glancing at her phone, not paying attention, and the guy feeling disrespected. Speaking from experience, it's usually the other way around. No wonder I can't keep a girlfriend. Speaking of, Jeff and Bridget are up next.
Or as we call them, Gidget.
I've got a cue here from Gidget123.
That's from who?
Gidget123.
Ask them, they're the ones changing the rules here. And after inadvertently homaging the distracted boyfriend meme, thus making Bridget jealous of Jeff's disloyalty, they make up pretty quickly.
I never should have let my eyes wander from my little schmoopy schmoo.
And I should always trust my cutie patootie.
Cutie patootie?
Schmoopy schmoo? Ew.
Yeah, ew. What do they think this is? Hearts and Hooves Day?
He's my schmoopy doopy sweetie weetie pony pie.
Anything from you, Ultroni? Oh, good, we're on the same page then. After Josh goes gaga over Gidget doing mundane things.
Gidget are total amateurs.
Again, up to you guys what we call them. We cut to the Drama Brothers.
Yeah, we're selling out stadiums, I mean. Girls even steal our used hotel bed sheets.
Oh, Cody's going to have a lot of his personal items stolen in the near future.
I am so crushing on Justin. He had enough flavor for the whole band.
It's still unclear whether these characters are 18 plus or not. But to be fair, blatantly hating on anyone is creepy regardless of age.
The Drama Brothers were in studio recording a new album.
Celebrity Manhunt caught up with them between sets.
The problem was the music.
You mean the beatboxing. What do you think, Justin? Huh? Sorry, I'm just breaking up with someone.
Justin having a funny moment?
That's like Heather saying she's sorry. You have to take advantage of it while it's happening.
And the comedy keeps on rolling with, who else? Izzy, as she has her own personal Christian Bale style freak out for no reason whatsoever.
Or I'll kick your butt! I want you off the set!
Sorry.
No! Don't be sorry! Think for a second!
You know how some people say the writers of this show love certain characters way too much? Correction, they rely on those characters too much, at least for actual conflict. Izzy is the character they truly love. Now they know they can't keep her around since she doesn't actually add much drama, to which I say, who gives a crap? Just give me a season of 22 clones of Izzy competing against each other. They'd inevitably abandon the competition entirely to just roleplay as both Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote, and we'd be all the better for it. Make Izzy her own damn franchise. Speaking of franchises, apparently LaShawna and Tyler, a pairing almost as random as the Drama Brothers, but not quite, went on a reality TV circuit. And by sheer coincidence, LaShawna has kinda sorta done some of these shows already in Total Drama Challenge format, so that must have come in handy.
We caught up with these celebrities
Please, God, don't let that one take off.
on the set of Sharp Things Flying at Your Head. Talent! I'm doing this for the cash money!
My leg!
We'll just ignore that several of the sharp things being thrown at them aren't sharp at all, and cut to something more entertaining, like Eva.
Eva, can you sign my field hockey stick? Eva, can you, huh?
I'm actually not kidding. Eva is way more entertaining a contestant than this show gives her credit for.
Shut up! Now get lost before I have to bust some chops! What are you looking at? Ugh.
When I think of the biggest actual genuine drama on reality TV, I'm not picturing huge verbal fights between contestants. I'm thinking of spoiled or short-tempered people shoving cameras out of their faces.
The bigger the freakout, the greater the fame.
Soon a bunch of competing websites sprang up with the wildest, most insane Eva freakout photos.
We tracked down one webmaster for this live interview. She asked that her identity not be revealed to protect her from angry Eva.
That's why it's important to keep my identity a total secret.
There you are, silly beans!
And now we get to an interesting character study with Sierra, an uber-obsessed fangirl of Total Drama with magenta hair, a weird quirky voice, and presumably having something either missing from her brain or added to her brain that wasn't there before.
Tweeter update. Gwen's hand smells like Jamaican bird duty.
And for the record, I say the same of Izzy too, which I'll get back to the scene at hand in a moment, but since we're being introduced to Sierra, what is my initial impression on her? Well, let's see. When I call her an uber-obsessed fangirl, I'd say she's actually Stanish levels of that, but nah, she's not. She's not threatening to kidnap her favorite contestants, tie them up in the trunk of her car, and then plummet them all into a river. Not all of them anyways, but she is a creepy fan of this show. In fact, you can see glimpses of her earlier in this special, having Jeff sign part of her navel, presumably stealing Cody's hat. Wrong skin color, but definitely right voice. And speaking of the Drama Brothers, she was there when this happened. And hell yes, I am bookmark alerting this image. And this behavior not only continues throughout the next season, which she takes part in, but arguably intensifies even further. And it's kind of ironic that the character she's the biggest fan of is Cody, because you know how he liked watching Gwen change, walked into her cabin, asked for her underwear, and even sniffed her hair? Sierra is that, but even worse. Her presence, especially around Cody, is one of the most unsettling in all of Total Drama. So, why do I find myself in this moment actually kind of enjoying this character?
It's not just Eva. I have websites for everyone from Total Drama.
Yeah, given everything I listed, you'd think I'd beg for her to get off my screen. But if you just focus on her enthusiasm for this very show, I see a lot of myself in her. Again, just the enthusiasm. She and I otherwise have nothing in common.
Well, thank God for that.
But yeah, she loves this show so extensively and displays that love so passionately that it's really infectious.
Looks like we have some H-Bomb fans in the audience today. Who can't you stand from Total Drama? Like, who do you just hate? That's so cool! They all want to know!
I just can't help but adore her presence. For the most part. Sometimes she goes overboard, but I will address those moments as they come.
I'm the one who leaked the story about Noah's false teeth.
For now, let's get back to this scene where her identity is revealed when Izzy turns on the lights.
So much for my anonymity.
And somehow at the same time turned off her voice changer. Technology, am I right? No, seriously, am I right? I don't think that's how that works. Finally, it's time for the award show known as the Gemmies. Pick your poison, as the contestants arrive with Sierra interviewing them. I'll just give the highlights. You got Lindsay mistaking this for the dress rehearsal.
I didn't want to get my Christian Louboutin outfit wrinkled at the dress rehearsal.
And forgetting what the heck a dress rehearsal even is, it's the same thing she always wears. Katie and Sadie being funny for once.
Why don't you tell her 10 million viewers about your outfits? 10 million?
60 million?
And Dugney arriving, trying to avoid drama by not speaking to each other. Yeah, let's see how well that worked for the red team from Hell's Kitchen 9.
The red team's communication has hit a new low.
The red team is not fighting. I mean, what better way to avoid a drama than not talking?
You up the whole rhythm of the kitchen, and I knew this was gonna happen.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Stop it.
Yes,
I
you
did not.
You two must just hate each other.
My lawyer says no comment.
You got a lawyer? For real?
Courtney, he's literally been behind bars. I'd hope he has a freaking lawyer.
The Jemmies are about to start, and I'm going to follow them inside.
Famous people on it.
That should be me.
These guys are up and coming, not down and going.
Yep, we got that stupid story arc I brought up at the beginning with Chris saying these guys no longer qualify as famous. I mean, it's Chris McClain, what did you expect?
Everybody hates Chris.
It's also revealed Noah is his assistant and he's starring a new show starring various cronies with past Total Drama appearances. And a newcomer named Alejandro who will remain a mystery for the time being.
They're the stars of my new reality show, Total Drama Dirtbag.
A bunch of nasty jerks live in a huge mansion and get all bored and backstabby.
You really gonna make a TV show out of this? Who's gonna watch it?
Noah is then fired because Hollywood, the cast lose out in their category, they all lose hope, yada yada. I hate this bullshit, it's so tedious. Can't we get something uplifting?
What's the matter with you? No one deserves to be more famous than you guys. You can't just give up.
An inspirational halftime speech set to music. So you know what, let's do it.
I've been watching, blogging, PVRing you since the first episode. We have fan sites about each and every one of you. We know everything about you. We know your eating habits, your hopes, your fears, your dental records.
Stalker.
Way to make your traditional motivational speech creepy and simultaneously funny. Yeah, Sierra hits that exact perfect balance between them. So she suggests they go to New York to hijack the announcement Chris just made. Yeah, somehow this feels staged. And we get my favorite joke in the entire special.
How are we supposed to get there by tomorrow afternoon?
I think I know of a way, but it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, this should be interesting.
Cody, I need you to gather up assorted lengths of lumber. Owen, can you track down a medium-sized boat motor? Noah, I'm counting on you for 3 gallons of diesel fuel.
Sure thing. I'll get my unicorn to deliver it.
These two and these two, exact same dynamic, and I freaking love it. So they begin their quest, which Chris and Chef follow, and from inside the van, we see Courtney, Gwen, Heather banter.
Doesn't this jalopy go any faster?
Maybe you should let Duncan drive.
Not helping, Gwen.
She's just sticking up for her boyfriend. Wait. Oh, Duncan's your boyfriend. My mistake.
Can we please get more of this on the show? Dreams do come true. We see Beth getting bus sick. Wow, weak stomach for the person who won the vomit comic challenge. And they catch up to the other bus and proceed to sabotage it.
Hey, matey! Fire in the hole!
Now this feels like a Total Drama episode proper.
Hurry it up!
Back off! It won't go any faster than this.
What we need is a man behind the wheel.
What you need is some tape over your mouth.
Well, if you just listen to me.
Oh, I'll start listening the minute you say something worthwhile.
Either quit your bickering or pull over, tear off those clothes, and get it over with already!
But this distraction causes them to plummet off a cliff, but miraculously survive.
Cut the bra! Cut the bra!
I'm alive!
Would you look at that? They're not dead.
Okay, 1, you do not get to be surprised by their invincibility.
My leg!
And 2, hard as it may be to believe, they would theoretically be fine from that. A few broken bones maybe, but nothing that would keep them out from the next season. The only addition to the casualty counter I can confirm is Noah getting crushed by Owen.
My leg!
Get used to that, by the way.
I'm going to get help. Then We're all gonna party.
I'll come with you, Jeff.
Me too!
Great. Anybody else?
I'm gonna catch some rays, okay, sweetie?
Who am I to come between a hottie and a race?
So every person I still hated from Total Drama Action plus Eva go on an excursion to find help while everyone else stays behind.
Wait a minute. Isolated location, dummies, nuclear testing signs, flesh-eating mutants? We gotta get out of here!
My leg! Yeah, just being exposed to that site will require a hospital quarantine. Isn't it funny how Cody keeps snuggling with people who aren't Gwen more than once even?
You don't call me best reality show host for nothing!
So Chris apparently grew a heart and rescues the contestants, and even reveals to them what was really going on the whole time.
What happened to Total Drama Dirtbag?
It was a trick. There never was any Total Drama dirtbags.
Is that true?
Well, mostly. I did come up with the name.
Those Total Drama dirtbags have some nerve making me second place.
Stealing credit for an idea? It's Chris McClain. What did you expect?
Everybody hates Chris.
New running gag I see. Sure, why not? But yeah, everything in the first half was fake. For reasons I don't get, because if that road rage didn't happen, y'all just wasted a bunch of time. You know that, right?
What about Alejandro?
Hey, dupe. Just like the rest of you, I needed someone on the inside.
And what better way to have someone on the inside than to have them nowhere near the inside of that group? Have y'all read a dictionary?
I told him he can join you guys next time.
What next time?
A no-holds-barred race around the world in a jet.
So Chris says that all the people in that tent will be on the 3rd season, which makes Sierra and Alejandro new additions to the main cast. But all of the people who went to look for help are out.
What? No way! I'm gonna lose it!
Aw, that's a shame. I wanted to see more of Eva. Everyone else in that group, though?
You know what they say, a moment on the lips, a lifetime on the hips.
I'm calling it off with Brady and giving us a try.
I need you two to jump before me in case I need a soft place to land.
Gonna cry together, you punk wannabes?
Good riddance. After Eva has another tantrum,
Thanks for watching Celebrity Manhunt's Total Drama Reunion Special.
we get confessionals from the 3rd season contestants, with some foreshadowing sprinkled in.
Looks like I'm back for another season, and I'll be keeping a much closer eye on Gwen. So not trusting that boyfriend stealer.
Oh, shit. You're not supposed to know that yet. Just forget that part, everybody. Totally not important.
So yeah, a new season with the characters going around the world. Sounds like a great idea with no need to add anything else to the mix.
What more could you possibly want?
How about music?
Yeah, everybody's doing the musical thing now.
They can't be serious.
See you next time on Total Drama.
I mean, this is great for me, lover of animation, reality shows, and music, but given the track record of this franchise, I wouldn't call it a promising prospect.
Maybe not.
And that was Celebrity Manhunt's Total Drama Action Reunion Special. I'm not exactly a Sierra of it. I admit, when it's funny, it's really funny, and while we don't get much of Alejandro, Sierra's introduction was actually a pretty good one. Plus, major thumbs up for the new cast, since my biggest problems with the last cast aren't in it. But that's me praising the ideas for the next season. As a transitional episode to that season, I'm sorry, this episode always rubbed me the wrong way. Too much going on with little to no focus, and when when we did get a focus, it was with a stale, incredibly unfun premise that I wasn't in the mood to watch. And the first half had some truly rock-bottom humor that didn't seem like this show. Now, if you like it, fine, but personally, I'm waiting to see what'll be in store for World Tour. Because this Manhunt makes witness protection program signups sound mighty appealing. And that's it. Total Drama Action is over. On to the next season. Ugh, I thought the Jimmies were over now. Oh yeah, I do have my own award show to give. Well, sticking true to it, join me next time for my top 5 worst and best episodes of Total Drama Action. It's been a long season.